Hello and welcome to this episode of the North Andover Journal. I'm your host, Ron Carpenito. Well, this week's episode will include senior moments with Lester and Irena, an update about the farmers market, a new football field at North Andover High School, and highlights from one of the summer performances on the town common.
4 weeks into its first season of operation, the North Andover Farmers Market continues to expand upon its early success. The initial session of the market far exceeded organizers' expectations, and it does not show any signs of slowing down. Farmers Market Committee members Phil DeCollegiero and Michael Smolak sat down with us recently and updated us on how the market is doing.
We just finished our fourth week. We've been lucky. We've had 4 really great weeks of sunshine and beautiful weather. We're a 16-week market, though, so hopefully, knock on wood, that there's no growing pain.
Having a thriving event such as this provides a number of fringe benefits to the town, including, in the eyes of both men, a renewed presence in the downtown area.
What's really been great about it, one thing that was our goal. I mean, because for me, I love that it's downtown. I love that it's a place that a lot of people can walk to. I love that it creates a sense of community on a regular basis. But I really was motivated because I wanted to see those Main Street businesses that are down there. I want to see them succeed. And we talk about town hall, but we really forget, if you think of the Merchants Association and what downtown looked like when we formed. I mean, First and Main had just been redone. We hadn't yet seen the renovations that the Camboris family had done where Heavenly Donuts is. Ralph's even has gotten a facelift. It's been really nice, and I think a lot of people, it happened subtly. I don't think people realize the changes.
Well, the thing that's kind of interesting about this, too, is that it's part of the trend. You've seen how malls are sort of kind of like, they're not building any. And
right.
Why aren't they? They aren't, because they're not working the way they used to. But this is the migration back to the center of town, with businesses, with people, with life, and part of the community coming back together.
Another benefit involves added opportunities, not only for vendors and shoppers, but for local sponsors and volunteer groups as well.
A lot of that's been because of the partnership with Lowell 5 Bank. Lowell 5 gave us a grant. They were very generous to give us $15,000 to start this market. And so we've been able to create a real opportunity that I think consumers appreciate. Whether it's free tote bags we've been handing out, whether it's creating opportunities for volunteers from different organizations to come help our farmers market, but in turn we can create a chance for them to also fundraise. We've had several PTOs down to the farmers market selling slush to raise money for their PTO, but what people aren't seeing is that those PTOs are helping us set up the tents and break down the tents. I mean, it really has been a community activity, whether it's non-Main Street business owners, Main Street business owners, the town helping out, just parents, and frankly, just some neighbors coming down and saying, we wanted this here, we want to help make sure it stays here.
The farmers market operates from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Sunday through the first weekend in October. It's held at the intersection of First and Main Streets in North Andover's downtown area, almost right across the street from Town Hall.
We do these shows. They've been going on for over 50 years, I believe. Different performers come. They start on July 11th and they end in the end of August. And today we had Dan Grady Marionettes. He's one of our best performers.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how about a nice warm welcome for country western recording superstar Conway Kitty. Come on, let's hear for Conway. Come on, everyone, go.
Playing on this 6-string guitar, you might think it won't get me far, but who will sing and who will dance if you don't take the chance? Playing on this 6-string guitar.
30 years he's been doing this, and we have shows every Tuesday and Thursday throughout the summer, and also concerts here on Sundays, which I don't run personally, but those have been going on as well for over 50 years. So we love having the Common as our place for these concerts, and it's always a great time. Next week on July 27th is Drumming About You, and that's a drumming performer. The August 1st is Wayne Patosh. August 3rd is one of our fan favorites too, Wayne from Maine. He's one of our first performers we ever had here. August 8th is Ben Rudnick and Friends, and our last performance is Vic and Sticks on August 10th.
Don't move around, okay?
Well, everyone came running to see what they could do. It wasn't a joke to see all that yolk on the ground in front of you. They sent for the king's horses, they sent for the king's men. They tried a bit of glue and paste upon that broken man. But the good old Humpty Dumpty, his life was shattered and through, and someone wrote this ditty to help to remind you.
I'm Celeste Bruno, and I am here because we had an amazing visit with the Boston Bruins, Blades, and Bob Sweeney at the North Andover Public Library. We're here today because North Andover was one of many libraries that applied to have a special summer reading visit with Blades, and their application rose to the top. The Bruins loved it, and that's why we're here. The Bruins have been supporting statewide summer reading since 2009, and we've had over 2 million children, teens, and adults participate since then. So their support means a lot to reading in the summer across the state. Our day started with our super special guest, Mr. Bob Sweeney, former Bruins player and now head of the Bruins Foundation. He read the kids an amazingly funny story called Up the Creek, with Blades in the background acting it out. And then the kids divided it up into teams because, as we all know, the Bruins are known for their teamwork. And today we're trying to help the kids understand that working together, we're stronger. So the kids divided into teams and played volleyball in the library. They got some hockey lessons from Bob Sweeney. They did some word puzzles, and they played giant Jenga, since the theme for summer reading is building a better world. So the Bruins support summer reading in lots of ways, and one of the most special ways that they do it is every summer they give us the Bruins players' favorite books. So we give those to the kids. They include recommendations from Zdeno Chara, from our player of the summer, Brad Marchand, from our goalie. So those you can pick up at the library. They have a lot of great books for kids to read, but there's also some recommended books for adults.
Extremely fun.
Hi folks, Lester Rugg here with Irene Grasso, and we're just reflecting a little bit on the progress that we've had through the year. And you know, summer is upon us. In fact, I woke up to the realization we're almost into August before we know it, and we'll be cooking. And on that note, we've been saying things about vacations and tropical drinks, and this is a moment that we like to toast and give you some further news and views.
News, updates, and announcements. The Shine Counselor will be in-house on August 16th, 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. The blood pressure clinic will be on the second and fourth Wednesday of each month from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. So far, For August, it will be on the 9th and on the 23rd. Lester, don't miss these events.
What events are these? Oh, the Tuesday night buffet will be on August 1st at 4 p.m. and will be sponsored by the Blair House. Fort Devens Museum day trip will be on August the 4th at 9:30 a.m. That's a great trip. The day trip to Wentworth by the Sea in New Hampshire is always popular and will be on August 10th at 10:30 a.m. The Lunch Bunch Club will be heading to Carla's Restaurant in Manchester by the Sea on August 11th at 12 noon.
That's my birthday.
Oh my goodness, we've got to celebrate.
Don't miss these events on August 17th at 5 p.m. The Supper Club will be heading to Capri Seaside Italian Restaurant in Salisbury, Mass. The day trip to Rockport, Mass will be on August 18th and the bus will leave at 9:30 a.m. So sign up. The Mystery Ride will be on August 24th at 10:30 a.m. And the Lunch Bunch Club will be heading out again on August 28th at noon to Breakers at Ashworth Hotel in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire.
So, Irena, where are we going this coming Wednesday?
The Fresh Table! Every week, the food is excellent. It's only $6, and we need more people to sign up and enjoy. It's better than a restaurant. Can you tell us, what we have to eat on Wednesdays?
You know, I remember the meatloaf was fantastic. Not that that's the only thing that they prepare by any means. Each experience has been a culinary art. And we've had things like chicken cordon bleu, we've had pork loin, and each time they also prepare a little dessert that's just a little bit different. And I'll tell you, they really are mouth-watering. You gotta go come this Wednesday.
Please sign up.
And looking forward into September, we'll be having our very first antique car show and barbecue on September 10th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the Senior Center parking lot. I hope they have enough room. And on that note, we ought to toast just one more time to
Happy August.
Happy August and happy days.
And see you in September.
Right.
It may be summer vacation time, but many people are busy in and around the town's public school buildings taking care of maintenance and upgrades for the upcoming school year. One of the most notable projects is the upgrade of the turf at North Andover High School. Both artificial playing surfaces on the high school campus are being upgraded, the football field at Joe Walsh Stadium and the upper field where field hockey and lacrosse are played. With an explanation of the process of upgrading the turf, here's new North Andover Athletic Director Laura Habecker.
It's a major upgrade, so great commitment from the town. So what we're doing on the new field, both fields, is taking off the old surface, getting all the old beads off, and they're going to resurface it. There were some dips in it and some seam issues with it, and then they're going to carry on with the upper field as well and do both, which is very lucky to have two turf fields in general, but to do them both in 1 year is awesome. So what they do is they take the beads off, while the turf is there. They moved it. They have these big mounds of it. They're all right here, and then they're going to reuse them, repurpose them, which is great. So recycle as much as possible.
Though the two fields are being resurfaced at the same time, the materials used will not be identical. Habecker explains the difference between the two fields.
The turf here is going to be a little longer, more suited for football, soccer, lacrosse. The turf on the upper side will be a little bit lower because that's a better playing surface for field hockey. So, and lacrosse can play up there as well, but it's a better facility for field hockey. It's a quicker field for them.
The process has been underway for a couple of weeks now. Once the rubber beads were removed from the field and bagged, the turf segments were all rolled up and then hauled away using forklifts and flatbed trucks. The new fields will be rolled out in the next few weeks. The rubber beads will then be added back to the turf.
It's recycled tires. It's from what I know from my past history with turf. And again, they will recycle it. So they scoop these all up, they'll put down the turf, and this lends a little bounce to it. And it allows the water and stuff to filter through it.
The budget line item for the field's upgrade was approved earlier this year in town meeting for an amount of $750,000. The original turf field was installed in 2004. The high school construction project came in ahead of schedule and about $5 million under budget. At that point, a decision was made to use some of that surplus money to add an artificial surface to the newly built Walsh Stadium. That field cost $700,000 to install. The overall investment in the stadium was $1 million. The field at Walsh Stadium was the first artificial turf field installed by a school district in this area. It now makes way for an upgraded surface that will serve the playing needs of current student athletes and many yet to come.
Now, before we end the show, I want to leave you with some upcoming community events. The Stevens Coolidge Place will be hosting a Paint in the Garden event on Sunday, August 6th from 1 to 3 p.m. This event will take place every other Sunday through October. Local artists will provide expert step-by-step instruction on painting, and by the end of each Sunday class, you will have created a beautiful painting to take home with you, inspired by the Stevens Coolidge Place and its expansive gardens. North Andover CAM is rolling out a new series of audio and video classes. Wednesday night workshops will teach various subjects for those behind the camera as well as those in front of it. Subjects such as news editing, voiceovers, sports commentary, home theater hookups, and more. For more information about these workshops, email brobert@northandovercam.org. Smolak Farms will be having their Peach Festivals on Sunday, August 20th. Celebrate the peach season with Pick Your Own Peaches in their orchards. Face painting, bouncy houses, super slides, and more. Lots of fun. The North Andover Youth and Recreational Summer Band Concert Series is in full swing. The concerts are every Sunday through August 27th and start at 6 p.m. on the town common. Some of the upcoming acts include Jumping Juba on August 6th and the Quinton Callawort Trio on the 13th. As always, if you have a news story, an idea for a segment, or if you just want to get involved, please email us right here at The Journal at northandovercam.org. That's The Journal at northandovercam.org. And if you want to see these stories the second they happen, you can find them airing on our channel in between shows or on our social media pages like our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube accounts. Well, that's going to wrap things up for me this week. I'm Ron Carpenito, and thank you for joining us.